here on this dais every year, and I've listened to that. And I have, and previous board members have said, hey, look, we'll take the hit, we'll keep it as low as we possibly can. We will not impose on any further for 8 years. We've kept the assessment at the lowest we could keep the assessment at. So if you get mad because the assessment's going up, blame it on me. It's my fault. Because I sat here for the last 8 years and have tried to keep the assessment at the very minimum, at the lowest that we could keep it. So that it didn't have to be pushed off onto the taxpayer. So it's me. I'm the one you're speaking to whenever you say, these guys are new. But that was the mindset of, we're going to do the very best that we can to keep as much off the taxpayer as we possibly can for the last 8 years. And thought that I was doing the right thing. Thought for 8 years I was doing the right thing for trying to keep it at the very minimum, just keeping it at the bottom. That was the thought process. That was my thought process, was to keep it as low as possible until we had to go up. So for anybody that's mad or don't like it because we're having to go up at one time, it's me. I'll take it. I got wide shoulders. But that was the reason for it, was to keep it off of the taxpayer for as long as possible. That's it. I know these guys, they haven't been here very long. They're all brand new. So they're coming in on I'm not going to say bad time, but it's just where we're at. So I just wanted to air that out. I've been holding that back, and I thought we were doing the right thing by keeping it as low as possible. But I have become to realize the error of my ways, because it didn't matter that we were trying to keep it off. All that matters is now. So I'm sure that's all I got on it. I mean, at the end of the day, we have to fund the service. I don't like it a bit.
No, none of us like it. Because we're taxpayers too.
Hey, listen, I'm going to pay it too. So.
Yeah. And we sat here with the numbers and crunched the numbers after they were presented to us and said, how close can we possibly get to meet this need without raising the tax as much as it's calling for? Numbers don't lie, and this is what she does. She does studies. This is what she does for a living, and she does it all over the state for years and years and years. So the numbers don't lie. Here they are in front of us in black and white, and this is budget meeting number 7, and we are still hashing this over. We have added more budget meetings and more budget meetings so that we can hash this over. This is not an easy thing. By no means. Every single one of us pays taxes too, and the older people just, I don't know, it's upsetting. I understand.
Well, and I mean, the assessment for the service is what the assessment for the service is. We're not going to 300. If we want to entertain, once we get down the line to the millage, to try to hold the line on the millage to keep that part of it down. We can look at that when we get to that, point. But as far as the service goes, I mean, it's what it is. I guess this is when we're set.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I make a motion to approve, and if we need to offset, we can offset when we get over to the millage side. So that's my 2 cents worth.
Thank you.
I think, from what I understand, I've only been here a short time, but some departments have been cut. People have not been rehired in some departments. I know that you're seeing job openings, and of course I know that Ms. Harper is looking all the time how to not rehire, cut a job. Not cut a job, because I don't want people to be without their job. The people that are hired here need to be working here, and they don't, unless they're not doing their job, they need to keep their job. So if it's a necessity, and I know that she's been looking in certain departments. Well, if we lose this one, we don't rehire. I don't know how many times that's been done. I don't know that, but I know some jobs have not come back. In some departments, I think one of them, maintenance, may have been cut from 17 or so employees down to 4 or 5. So those things are being looked at. We're trying to look at those and trying to come up with different solutions. And like Commissioner Rock says, you know, maybe we have to look at something else, but we have tried. And I know that I'm always looking at, Ms. Harper, I said, do we need to rehire? Can we do it with, like you said, can we do it? So we are looking, and I'm looking at that all the time. But I do want to keep our good employees that deserve their jobs and have a job with our county, not just cut somebody because we think we don't need it when we really do. So that's all I got to say. I know we are cutting jobs, not rehiring some positions, and it's been done. And I know that Mrs. Harper may have some numbers on that. But I know the maintenance department, I can say, in my mind, remembering there were 17, now there's 5. And I don't know what years those cuts were made, but that's the way it is right now. So thank you for bringing that up.
Is there anybody else that you want to say anything? Charlie?
Yeah, I'd like to say something. On the millage rate, it's set at 8.25. It's always been 9 for years and years. We thought we was that one. Well, blame me, pardon me. I didn't do all my homework. Yes, that did cost the county. So now we're just bringing it right back up, wanting to bring it back up to where it was. This ain't nothing new. And this is my working on my 3rd year as a commissioner, and like Commissioner Meeks said, this is part of my thought too. I mean, discussion we had discussion about from now on, do we need to go up a little every year instead of waiting 7 or 8 years? It's a hard lick. It is a hard lick. So, and about the job cutting. There's some positions we can't cut. We're getting slammed now because stuff's not getting done, especially on the road department side. We don't have the people to do it. We don't have the equipment to do everything and stay caught up. Y'all don't get those calls. We do. All I gotta say.
Levy County is growing. It's growing day by day. And there's more and more people moving in, and they want their roads fixed, and they're calling. And so yes, we have hired when someone leaves the road department, we do replace them. That's a key department, and it's an important one. Did you have something?
I know we've all tried to do the best with what we got. We can't help the past, but we do need to move to the future, and certain things need to pay their way, or we won't actually know the real cost. If we keep robbing our general fund and our reserve account, eventually we won't have nothing because we won't be able to put nothing back into it. It's a hard decision to make, but when somebody's house catches on fire, the first thing they're going to do is call the fire department. And if the fire department can't get there, you're going to be upset too. We didn't want to raise it to the highest. We went to where we went, tried to be conservative and considerate to others, people with money and people without money. We tried to make it fair across the board. I second the motion.
So we have a motion to approve from Commissioner Rock Meeks and a second from Commissioner Charlie. Is there any other discussion? All right, seeing no discussion, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, motion passes.